something. I know my God will do it for me.
I want to stand strong by maybe cooking food. Already I don't start to program my food place like a Royal Big Kitchen. So that's the name of my kitchen.
Our children go to school. Then we have our husbands, but some of them are working. Sometimes feminists are women are the development. You have to manage how you give a husband so things will go well.
Some of my plans, I may decide to stop them, owing to the fact that I'm not seeing my purpose of building up that brand. And two, I don't want to replicate what others are doing. And there are other new brands I've also developed which I know nobody has thought of it. With the ideas God has given to me, I'm going to expand them.
I want to be a producer. I want to have a company name, potential entertainment, as in when you train artists.
Not everybody can afford the flight ticket, it's too high. So I think I'm going to curtail that the little where I can.
I don't want to be procrastinating again. I just want to, okay, I'm doing this at the same time and I'm doing it at the right time. So I don't want to procrastinate. And what I want to do is just to be myself, grow my self-esteem and be bold, talk to people. And I also want to be a red carpet host. I just want to go far.
I want to improve in my music, my craft. I want to take it to the next level, see how I can even sign artists on my label, new music. And also for the architecture, I need to upgrade my systems. I need to start doing stuffs, you know, that are better than what I'm doing.
I will be close to God. I will help people according to my level. I will also put more effort in this my acting job.
Also more to make the money. The money is the main thing. Live a new life. You say new year, new life.
Not by hustling, it's just the grace of God and the favor of God. You want to prosper and be successful. So I believe that God first. So things I have not achieved this year, I will be able to achieve them this year if I'm more closer to God.
I'm going higher, higher and higher. I'm going to do my little to help those coming at my back. And I'm also looking forward more.
Okay, if you're just tuning in, it's still Garden City Rendezvous. This is the time where I just tell you, just relax. Don't let anything distract you because this is where we talk about the real thing. What everybody is doing, New Year resolution, I want to do this, I want to drop these habits and all that. But unfortunately, most persons, they are always, trying to they fail, they break up and all that. Why does it really happen? What is the reason why most persons cannot sustain and keep their New Year resolution? Maybe till the year ends and all that. In the studio with me, I have an authority to talk about it, and that is in person of Dr. Emmanuel Weke. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you very
Happy
much.
New Year. Your outfit is is there anything that is indicating in the outfit from your hat to your dressing? And then you have the native on you there. Is that part of the New Year resolution?
It just came on me and then I decided to dress like this.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're talking about New Year resolution. And first of all, I really want to start off with you. I don't know if you're, part of the category of persons that always start off with New Year resolution every year. What's your ideology about it?
You are not the first person to ask me this, but I just have to, dive into history to know how these New Year resolutions started, even the crossover because I did start, and then I got to know that it had to do with the slave trade eventually be resold to new masters. So they were just wondering who next would they be sold to. So incidentally, one of the moment Abraham Lincoln came in, and then they now used it as a liberation night, a crossover night. The day before the New Year, they now use it to celebrate their liberation, their freedom. And then if I now talk about New Year resolution, we now have to think of which areas do I need freedom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. We
which
now
areas,
understand
yeah,
why
which- which areas have I been entangled? Which area do I need the emancipation? So that you have to do a whole lot with introspection. It has to do with a personal question. And if you now look at it and on individual note, you say, where didn't you do well? And where do you want to better yourself for the society? If you want to still insist to ask me, I will say that.
Yes, I really want to, but I'm trying to listen if you're trying to deal with
It's just the New Year's resolution is just to see how I can serve humanity better. I can be more selfless. I think that suffices. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Do you think that New Year resolution, before we begin to talk, educate people about the importance or if it's not important, depending on your ideology or belief system about it, does it really work?
Most persons who wait for the first night or first of every year to make resolutions usually will find it difficult because it looks like a mere statistics. If you have to wait till a new year, it's better done on daily basis. You should do a daily assessment of your effort, of your activities, and then how to see how you can recoup from it and then re-engineer or redo the following day. So, but if one accumulates micro habits and then it accumulates into big micro issues, it will be difficult to wide away to one of just in one night. So it is better done on daily basis. If you keep it and you say, I'm going to get done with this, I'm going to throw away this at the end of so and so year, it is really very difficult. That's why you see people caught in the web of habits, intolerable habits, and then they find it very difficult. So it's better, to my thinking, it's done on daily basis or even on weekly basis. So that if you accumulate, if you wait for a very long time, it becomes a difficult thing to conquer.
Okay, but now when people do a daily basis, that will be fine, right? But you know that New Year is strategic, kind of. There's this, maybe it's a mindset thing, right? There's this feeling that we're entering a new phase, a new season. So there's this energy and spirit that everybody drives with. This thing, I have to make it work and all that. So while they make it work to enter the new season, there's also the day-to-day affairs of, okay, this issue, how am I going to deal with this issue? Don't you think that with the spirit of entering into a new year and a new season?
No, that eliminates after the excitement.
Okay.
Because the thing is that, let's put it this way, that you cannot learn to use the left hand at your age. That will mean that you may not have to begin to learn a thing immediately just because a year has been declared. It has to come in minor methods that on daily, weekly basis you assess yourself, what did I do wrong, where did I miss it, and then that way you begin to grow. So if you now make an annual decision, it will help you better. For example, if you talk about the budget, how do you spend the last 1 million you got, right? And then the next 1 million you got, how did you also spend it? The other money that you never expected that came, how was it spent? Do you understand? And then you keep on going on spending spree and then or show offs, and then here it comes 31st night, and then you say, this year I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, it will take extraordinary measure to be able to conquer such habits. So that's why I'm saying that as the year comes by, as you daily basis or weekly or even monthly basis, you have to do an introspection, check ourselves and say, this is where I missed it and this is where I have to go from here. That's what I think about New Year resolution. Because you will see so many persons coming to tell you that, I didn't meet my New Year resolutions, I didn't meet this, I didn't meet that. So if you look at the indices, the dimensions, the areas where we have to even talk about resolutions. One could be relationships. Some persons within the last 1 year have lost 10 relationships, 5 relationships. And then are you saying that you're going to begin to learn how to keep people in the new year? Are you getting what I'm saying? Just because it's 31st night, you have to learn the art, you have to learn the skill. Are you going to say that I'm going to learn more how to save just because it's 31st night? It has to be a daily minute by minute act or skill. So if you say, as this money is coming, this particular amount has to be earmarked for so and so, and it's a no-go area. Even if nothing else comes in, I consider it can go. That's a kind of measure of discipline or a New Year resolution that you can think. Then you can add to it what we may now call New Year resolution. And this is I've been doing in this bit. I want to add so to it, and then you begin to add to it. So if you want to start a new measure and then you didn't build that confidence, you didn't build that learning before that period, then it will usually lead a collapse.
Let's talk about making realistic plans and unrealistic plans. I know that sometimes when it comes to New Year like this, people want to make plans. Yeah? You talked about budget, you talked about habits, right? Teach us when it has to do with making realistic plans. Sometimes I feel that some of the plans that people make also contribute to why, you tell yourself in 2 months' time, I want to build a house. In 3 months' time, I want to buy a car. In just like that. What does making plans realistic and unrealistic, how does it influence and affect our plans?
Plans have to be activities you earmark within a specified period. And you have to match it with your ability.
Your ability?
Yes, you have to match it with your ability. And then you have to also do the extra with the expected abilities or skills that you are going to acquire. Expectations. But then you have to bench it on the increment where you are presently. So if you now say you are going to do a budget, say probably acquire a property, how much are you expecting in that year? Right?
Yeah.
So if, for example, what the entire expectation does not match even a quarter plot, and then you still say you are going to buy that, what you may now spread, that's what I'm talking about timeline. You might now say, okay, where do I now get where I will probably be paying so for a period of 2 years? And that is why, if you don't, that's why some people become what we call extravagant. Extravagant might be that you have within your benchmark, you have within your limit, but suddenly something comes in. But because you didn't have plan, have an issue, it wastes. And then that is how the cycle continues. So if you have a plan in place, if you have a program of mind, and probably you now have income extra that you did not expect, or your capabilities is built. What we talk about, when people say they want to have money, you have to build your capacity to have money. If you don't have the capacity to retain the money when it comes, it vanishes. So if you have built your capacity, if you have built your abilities, your skills within the frames of your planning, then you will be able to meet up. So it becomes unrealistic when you are not able to calculate what you expect in line with your capability, your capacity. So if you are saying, I'm going to buy a car this year, probably a pastor has said that everybody in this church is going to buy a car, and then you say, yes, I will buy a car, right? But you know within you that you don't have the capacity to buy a car. But you can also buy a car if you now spread it for a period of 3-4 years. So some persons will now have to do a crash and certain kind of personal vices, such as canal comparing. You compare with what these people are, and that's what sometimes leads to crime. So we have to build our personal moral strength to be able to conquer societal pressures.
Okay, before we begin to wrap up on this discussion, maybe we begin to talk about the issues why some persons fail their New Year resolution. Let's highlight on that. Some of the basic issues that make people to fail.
I read a book called Micro Habits. If you now begin to, like I said earlier, if you don't plan on daily basis or weekly basis, and then to monthly, it becomes annual. If you're able to do that, it becomes part of you. So if you now allow emergency period, like a New Year resolution, it becomes a difficult thing. So people fail because they fail to plan. People fail because they are not punctual in their planning. They are not regular. They are not consistent. So at any moment, anybody fails from these areas I mentioned, it becomes a failure. So every given point in time, you have to have a focus. You have to put your, eyes on where you're going to. If there is any smack, if there is anything that will slip off, you have to make preparation for a bounce back. Because you may plan, but other circumstances will come. So when you are planning for the high levels, the highs, also look at the lows. And so sometimes you just plan high. What if the person becomes sick? And then the money you have earmarked or planned for this comes to this. So what are the other plans? In case if I'm sick, what do I do? And then I have to go back this other money for it. So these things have to be put in proper perspective. That is not to be pessimistic. So that when you can't get it now, you can always get it a little later.
Okay, just words to people out there, and those of us making New Year resolution, those of us that fail, those of us that want to make it better.
Well, I think the bottom line for any New Year resolution is discipline.
Discipline.
Discipline is a great resource. If you are disciplined, you spend less, or you waste less.
Okay.
And let's not say spend less.
There
You
you
waste
go.
less.
Because you might need money to spend
You
on
must spend.
services. Yeah.
So if you have self-discipline, it's a whole lot of advantage. So discipline is the key, and then we shouldn't also forget the supernatural. And then it's very important for us to get into.
Okay. This discussion is going to continue. We're still on, of course. While we're talking about the New Year resolution, we also need to talk about January fever. When January comes like this, most persons are, there's this fear. Am I going to cope? Most persons are coming from spending and school fees and all of that, buying and all of that. So we're going to be talking about how to cope with January fever. Stick around. We'll take this picture on church dedication. When we come back, we'll talk more. We'll be right back.
But the day was above all a spiritual milestone. Anointed men of God from across the country gathered to lead the dedication service, offering prayers of consecration for the new sanctuary. For the Dr. Andrew A. Igwe Foundation, this project represents more than just bricks and mortar. It is a legacy of service. As the doors open to the faithful, Akabuka enters a new chapter of spiritual growth.
Okay, very good one there. I want to say kudos to the Andrew Igwe Foundation. Keep doing the good work. And then talking about church dedication, that's what most persons are doing, dedicating their life, dedicating their churches, dedicating everything about them. While people are celebrating the new year, they are doing dedication. But now, there are things that need to come, strategic plans that people need to talk, need to put in place. January is here and most persons are afraid. I have my guests to talk about it. Let's start with Ifya. The last time before we went for that feature, we were talking about being focused and all that. But now this is January. For you, how do you perceive the year, especially starting, this January fever, how am I going to cope, money, budget, stuff. For you, what's your own ideology about this fear of January?
Okay, I think that you don't just go into January and start planning, okay? Start planning before the year ends.
That's the previous year.
Because you're supposed to take off from where you stopped. Okay, so you plan based on the income or whatever your projections for the new year in the previous year. So you don't just run into the new year and start running out of stuff. That's the difference. So when you plan ahead, it's a lot easier. And then psychologically you can actually get ready to handle things even when they go wrong, because you already prepared your mind than to walk into a new year and then start running up and down or expecting miracles to happen. Yes.
Okay, Dr. Emmanuel, let's look at some of the things that make people to be afraid of January. There's spending. Some persons have spent a lot last year, December, and then there's new January, right? How can that fear, how can people cope? Now we've started January. What can somebody do strategically to make themselves not to be caught off, with all the issues that surround January, if there is?
Who spends a lot must have a lot. You cannot join those who have a lot to spend and then you come and say that you have January fever. Doesn't really make sense. It means you actually plan for the do. So if you should people should take advantage of December.
Like he said.
Yes, you should take advantage of December. what are those areas? Let's calibrate it. What are the areas you spend money in the household? January is not a different month from the other months because people eat in January. They also eat in every other month.
Yeah, but what is it about January? Like if you look, what is it about it?
That is what I'm also trying to know because.
Oh, you're also trying to know.
Because people eat like every other month. So if you now have another level of priority in December, where you now have to go into excessive socials, it definitely will impact on your economy in the following month. So if you used to save like from wherever you earn from, 50% to the next time you earn money, and then in December, out of curiosity, out of excitement, you go away with all. It means you have to begin to have problems in general. That shouldn't be the lifestyle of an adult. Because if you out of show-offs, you want to join the people, you want to join what is going on, and then you spend beyond you can bear, and then you should be ready to bear the brunt. So for January that is not prepared for, you have to be a broke person. Probably, but if you are broke in January, it means you are going to have a terrible February and March. It will impact on the other months. So that's why you have to be careful that the way we spend. And what are we even spending on? Like, why will you wait in December before you care for people or before you send money to parents and association?
Well, that's your own advantage. You know, there are some persons that have that mentality that you don't have to wait till, maybe because of the spirit of festivity and all that.
No, you can see, if you have money, you can still give them. Must you give like you are showing in December? Meanwhile, you are affected yourself. You have to give to be alive to keep on giving. Because you need food, you need your social, you need your spread, you need to be alive, you need to be fine, So you can't give your capability. That is very important. So if people are raising their hands and saying, I'm going to do 200K to this and all that, and then you say 250, and everything you have in your account is 350, and then you are giving 250 because really inflation, you are gone already. And so if you have a 250K and then people are making donations of 200, 300, you say I'm going to give 15K. Nobody will flock who gives 15K, but it will be on record that you actually gave. So that is just my thing, but I don't think it's a popular one.
Okay. Before we begin to wrap up, we'd like Ethan to give us maybe one tune. Let's before we wrap up.
Okay. So I'll just do a simple song, like Rendezvous, for you. Start the evening, then bring God in. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you highly lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love. Sing holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
Wow. It's like we should just keep on, keep on. Unfortunately, we have to wrap up. Just your words, if you're to people out there, you said God should open our eyes, we should stand strong, we should focus your last words to people out there.
So I think that in as much as we plan, I think in as much as we plan and set our goals, we need God to help us. God has a way of turning things around when you involve Him. So God can show you where to go, which area to improve on, where to position yourself, to get that abundance that you want. So in this year, you can also make space for God too. Yes.
Okay, Dr. Mano?
Effiok has Effiok has
Therapeutic statement.
Effiok has lured us into ecclesiastical January.
Oh, okay.
And I can't say less. If he has advocated that we should start with God, I think I have to join him and then see how I can improve on that. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, everyone, this is where we wrap up on Garden City. I mean, like they have said, focus God, make realistic plans, and make it according to your capacity. I mean, if there's anything I've learned, I've really learned that you cannot be planning for billions when you can't post of 100, right? So it's according to your capacity, and you need God in all of that. Well, from Garden City Rendezvous, I want to wish you Happy New Year. We'll see you back to back next week, giving you more interesting episodes from Garden City. Till next week, have a lovely January.